Hello and welcome to Disc Review, the podcast that goes track by track through a different album each week.
And we're your hosts, Max and Matt. Join us as we explore some of our favorite records.
No, I'm a fan, I swear.
I feel like I've become a music normie.
I'm tired of being Mr. Positive Guy.
Dude, that's not human.
This is certifiably the most boring album I've ever heard.
And there's a reason they don't do it, because it's terrible.
We hope you enjoy the show. Let's get into it.
This week on Nostalgia Tour, we're looking at an all-time low album, 2011's Dirty Work. You know, I have a lot of memories from this record. I listened to it a lot as a teenager, and it's kind of been fun to look back at it. This was their only album for Interscope Records. They were moving from a small label, Hopeless Records, where they were a major act, to a really big label where they were kind of small fry. But looking back at this record, you know, it really isn't that special for all-time low. It's really poppy, a little disingenuous at times, and sometimes boring. But honestly, I think it's a lot of fun to talk about.
Yeah, you know, I hadn't listened to this album until you brought it up. I listened through it. I was expecting some dirty work from some dirty boys, and I think that's exactly what we got here is some dirty work.
Yeah, listen, the name is very apt on their first lead single. The lead single, I Feel Like Dancing, feels like All Time Low's answer to Tonight Tonight by Hot Shell Ray, a song that did really well in 2011. If you were listening to the radio in 2011, odds are this song was on. It was everywhere. It kind of reminds me of when Hollywood would make like two of the same movie and release them at the same time to compete each other, since both of these songs came out within a month of each other. But I'll tell you what, this is not The Bug's Life. I Feel Like Dancing is like DreamWorks Ants. Not nearly as good, not as catchy, and with weird references that just don't hold up as well. What do you think about this song?
You know what? It literally is Tonight Tonight, and everybody our age has distinct memories of driving in the car with their mom, and Tonight Tonight comes on, blasting it in the back seat because every 12-year-old knows exactly what it's like to party on the top of a roof. But I totally agree. I mean, if this was the Ants to the Bug's Life, I ain't going to the theater.
My biggest problem with this song is it spends its entire runtime undermining my rights. I mean, apparently, it's my civil right to dance, and I think that's a little discrediting to actual civil rights because no one is stopping you from dancing except Alex in this song, because I have the right to remain on the dance floor even if the cops show up and try and stop me. Not even the SWAT team can stop these sweet moves.
Yeah, these guys saw Footloose and thought it was a documentary. I honestly am of the opinion that white guys should be locked away for calling a girl shoddy. I mean, I think that I would spontaneously combust if I called a girl shoddy. I like the idea of everyone getting kinda crunk. How do you get just a little bit crunk? I feel like it's more of an all or nothing deal. Honestly, I also wouldn't classify a dude grabbing my package as crunk in the slightest.
The only thing that fell is this little box.
What's inside? What?
It's a box of...
A box of... That's ridiculous. You can't put in a box.
Let's talk about the song That Girl. All Time Low decided to go all time lower with the song That Girl.
Listen, any That Girl fans, feel free to comment and we will do an in-depth analysis, I promise.
Yeah, you know what? Didn't come prepared with a bunch of That Girl facts, but I don't know if you knew this. The song Time Bomb was actually written as a continuation of the cult classic Disney Channel movie Minutemen.
Yes, of course. The song Bad Enough for You is their take on a song that's as old as time. Or really the mid-2000s. It's a nice guy's song about being a bad guy because being nice just really doesn't work for some reason.
Yeah, am I the only one who knows every word to that song that was on YouTube forever ago? Nice guys finish last, that's why I treat you like
that really
trash.
kicked off the whole era. Alright, one of these days we're gonna have to rank all of these types of songs because they're all pretty funny. Alright, let's move on to Dirty Work trivia. I Feel Like Dancing was co-written by Weezer frontman Rivers Cuomo. Any fans of the song Magic by the rapper B.O.B? Also featured on that song. Very popular, I feel like. People our age, that song kind of went crazy. Also, the first line of No Idea was based on the destroyed city from Inception. I think it's kind of weird you need to say that. It's only one line. You didn't really need to say what it was inspired by.
Big movies need big songs, bro.
My favorite fact, there are several store-specific album versions that contain very bizarre bonus tracks. The Hot Topic exclusive version contains Jay-Z Ray, live from Hot Topic. They also played Weightless in a Best Buy for some reason. Could you imagine being at a Best Buy concert?
Yeah, they were trying to follow the success of that band that played at Denny's at 3 a.m.
Also, the deluxe edition adds 4 tracks, including a catchy Christmas song, which is kind of an odd addition, but I think it works. And one of their tours they went on for this album was titled The Rise and Fall of My Pants Tour. Who's naming these tours? That is a terrible name.
If they aren't careful with these names, pretty soon they're going to be going on a tour called The Rise and Fall of All Time Low.
Well, closing thoughts on this album?
Yeah, you know what? Kind of mid. That's all I really got to say. I think they know what they're doing as far as writing something catchy, but other than that, nothing really grabbed my attention.
This is a very 2011 album, and I say we keep it there. It's right where it belongs.